Data nerds, I polled you to find out what is your biggest problem in starting a portfolio project. The results were shocking. 2 out of 3 responded that they didn't know where to start this process. Time and time again, I see people fall into the same trap. They find some data set that they feel is interesting. They then try to develop a project from scratch revolving around the data set. This usually leads to them spending countless hours of time that is wasted, ultimately leading to abandoning the project. So where the heck do you start a data analytics project? What up, data nerds? I'm Luke, a data analyst, and my channel's all about tech and skills for data science. And over the years, I've done a countless number of projects. And a lot of these projects have failed miserably because I started at the wrong point. This video will be part of a series that I'm gonna go through and share my experience from beginning to end of developing a data analytics project. With that, let's jump in. The problem that I see most junior data analysts fall into is they start their journey with the project at the wrong point. They start by looking at the data set itself instead of looking at what the core problem is that they're trying to solve. A data analytics project is like a business venture. You don't start with a solution and then try to market it and convince others to use it. Instead, you start with the core problem and develop a solution for that problem. Take, for example, YouTube, which you're probably watching this video on right now. The founders in the early 2000s were upset and discouraged because there was no platform to share video clips at the time. So because they had this problem, they built this solution of YouTube. So let's apply this concept to the world of data analytics. Think back to the onset of the pandemic, and at the time we had the problem with we didn't understand how the virus was spreading geographically. Because of this, a PhD student at Johns Hopkins University set out to solve this problem. Specifically, they developed one of the most famous dashboards that is now being utilized by government and agencies across the world to combat this pandemic. So as these examples are showcasing, you need to start with the problem first. This is the same starting point that Google recommends, along with countless other problem-solving techniques. So you're probably thinking to yourself, how do I know what problems I can solve or even what questions I can ask? For this, it comes down to inspiration that you get from other people's work. On a daily basis, I'm looking to others to find inspiration for my next project. I'll routinely read blog posts from things like Medium or even go into research papers to understand what problems people are trying to solve. But there's even other platforms for you to get inspiration. If you're into dashboards, maybe check out Tableau Public. If you're into coding, maybe check out things like GitHub or Kaggle. Overall, if you're not investing the time to improve your knowledge on understanding what problems can be solved with data analytics, you'll never understand or unleash your potential in actually solving problems in data analytics. All right, enough with all that theoretical stuff. Let's jump into my computer so I can show you where I'm going to be starting for my project and where I plan to take it. All right, so let's get started with the problem that I'm trying to solve. So here we are on my YouTube channel. And if you've seen by my content, I started initially with tutorials because that was a problem that I was trying to solve with YouTube, if you will. And from there, I moved into exploring technology and then more recently moved into job resources. So why this shift? Well, I've been noticing as I'm reading and replying to each and every comment that I'm fine-tuning what the problem is of my subscribers. And it seems like a lot of my subscribers are having a problem with transitioning or getting a new job as a data analyst. So this is a problem that I'm obviously very passionate about and I want to help solve. And I feel a data analytics project around this area would be a great project to actually pursue to share with others that are in need of this. So it's also very important when you're starting a project to limit the scope of how far you're going to go down a rabbit hole with exploring and trying to solve this problem. I highly recommend that you pick one tool to start with. Maybe that is Tableau, Power BI, or SQL or Python. For me personally, I have plenty of projects with just single tools only, but I want to take this a step further. The general framework that I want to use for this project is this. I plan to use Python to access some data, whether that's through some API or web scraping. From there, I'm going to move into using SQL to actually store this data within a database. From there, I'm going to go into data exploration using both SQL and Python. And then finally use a visualization tool such as Tableau or Power BI to share these results with my subscribers. So this is a very bold project. I do not recommend, if this is your first project, to try to implement all those tools. So going back to the problem that I'm trying to solve of helping and providing resources for landing a job as a data analyst, how do I know, or how do you know whenever you're going about identifying a problem, if it is actually a sufficient problem to solve? For this, I find there's three main areas that I've found through a lot of my failures in my projects that you need to have, or components of your problem, in order to ensure that it's successful. So first up is industry. And for this, what I mean by it is that you need to have some sort of domain knowledge of the industry or area that you're looking to explore. If you're trying to become a data analyst in finance, maybe this is an industry you want to explore. Next up is a need, and that goes into the root or core of the problem itself. Are you solving a problem with these analytical tools that somebody actually needs a solution to? It doesn't necessarily have to be other people, it also could be just yourself. All right, last up is passion, and I feel like this is the most important of all the different components. Find a topic that you're actively interested in, because as you go through this data analytics project, you're going to lose motivation, and that passion is going to help fuel you to continue on. All right, so last up with this where to start is, now that you've identified this problem, is what questions you're going to start asking to actually investigate. So for me, I've identified a bunch of different questions that I want to actually go through and ask to try to solve this problem, such as, what are employers usually asking for in experience? What are typical job titles of a data analyst? How many open positions are available now? And then maybe even what platforms are the most opportunistic? So those are just a peek into some of the questions. But overall, I'm going to use these questions to then guide me into identifying different data sets that I can then explore to understand, can they be used in solving this problem? So bam, that's my framework for getting started in this project and how I recommend for you to get started. All right. So this method of starting a data analytics project is going to be very similar to that of which you start in your job. As a data analyst, I can personally say I've never been handed a data set by my boss and been like, figure out your own problem to solve with this. More realistically, my boss would give me some sort of business problem that I would need to solve. And from there, I'd have to go out on my own and investigate this problem, find the data sets, and then develop the whole project on its own. All right, so if you're interested in following along with this data analytics project that I shared with you today, click on this video right here. As always, if you got value out of this video, smash that like button. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.